Some things don't just feel inconvenient. They don't feel outdated. They feel unpopular. They feel wrong. Not, I don't like that. Not that it hurts my group, but wrong in a deeper sense. When we hear about abuse, genocide, or betrayal, something in us reacts immediately. We don't vote on it. We don't debate it. We know it. And that raises a question most of us rarely stop to ask. If morality is just a product of evolution, why does evil feel like a violation or something real? If wrong and right are just survival strategies, useful behaviors shaped by natural selection, then why do some actions feel objectively evil, even when they benefit someone, even when they benefit us? Why does our conscience seem to appeal to something beyond convenience? The most common explanation today is evolutionary morality. The idea goes like this. Early humans who cooperated survived better than those who didn't. Groups that punished harmful behavior stayed intact longer. Over time, behaviors we call moral help tribes survive. In that view, morality isn't discovered, it's developed. It's not a law, it's a strategy. And at first glance, that explanation sounds reasonable. But history makes this explanation a little uncomfortable. There were societies that practiced human sacrifice, not secretly, not reluctantly, openly, ritually, morally. Entire cultures believed killing innocent people was good, necessary to please the gods, protect the crops, or ensure survival. And yet, when we look back at those practices today, we don't say, well, that made sense for them. We say, that was wrong. Not unfortunate, not outdated, wrong. Which raises a problem. If morality is just whatever helps a society survive, by what standard are we judging them? Evolution can describe what it is. It can't explain why we believe some things ought not to be done, even if an entire culture approves of them. We don't say, that was wrong for modern people. We say, that was wrong, period. The language assumes something objective, something real. Imagine you are walking on the street. You see someone injured. Helping them will cost you time, money, maybe even safety. And yet most of us believe you should help. Not because it benefits you, not because it improves your survival odds, but because it is the right thing to do. We don't just admire sacrifice, we praise it. But sacrifice by definition works against survival. So why does it feel morally higher? In today's world, think about how we react to the news. A person collapses in public and no one helps them. People just walk past. When we hear stories like this, we don't respond with indifference. We ask, why didn't anyone help? What's wrong with people? Even when helping would have cost them nothing. The reaction is telling. If morality were just personal preference, our response would be, well, that was their choice. But it isn't. We feel something was violated. We live in a culture that increasingly tells us, focus on yourself, protect your peace, look out for number one. And yet, even as society becomes more self-focused, we know something is off. We feel it when people stop helping each other, when empathy erodes, when community disappears. It doesn't just feel inefficient, it feels wrong, almost as if we were made for something more than self-interest. Across cultures, across centuries, across belief systems, humans keep circling the same moral truth. Human life matters, justice matters, sacrifice matters. Not because evolution programmed us to think so, but because we recognize them. As if morality isn't something we invented, but something we encountered. If moral laws exist, real moral laws, then they exist independently of opinion. The laws imply something important. They imply authority. Not force, not control, but grounding. If there is no God, then morality becomes preference, strong feelings with no foundation. But if God exists, then morality makes sense, not as arbitrary rules, but as reflections of a moral nature. In that view, evil isn't just socially harmful, it's a violation of something real. The Bible puts this idea into words in a surprisingly quiet way. When people who do not know the law do by nature what the law requires, they show that the requirement of the law are written on our hearts. Romans 2. No pressure, no demand, just an invitation to consider where that sense of right and wrong comes from. Maybe morality isn't a survival mechanism from evolution. Maybe it's a clue to something bigger and better than ourselves.